Hello mga higala, it's Renee. It's great to have you here. Today I am going to try out these two acrylic marker sets. Both are from different brands. One is from Hightune and the other one is from Okevin, if I'm not mistaken. So the first one here is from Hightune and it has a slim build and has a bullet point as well. And I already have my sketch ready, so I will just be swatching these markers now. And I have a few observations of them too. So based from how they feel, they seemed like an ink marker, and some of them were pretty good and some they weren't as consistent, and like for some reason it felt drier than some of the other markers. Like some markers felt like Crayola super tips, and there were colors that were not as accurate to the color on its body. Like I know the body color is always not an accurate color of the marker because it's not the ink or paint inside the marker, but it's just way too different from the marketed color. And yeah, but then again, considering the price and how many videos I saw on TikTok about these markers, it is what it is, and what you see is what you get. And basically most of the TikTok videos I've seen about these were made for calligraphy and for note-taking, so I guess it's supposed to be for light usage compared to what I'm doing for drawing. However, one thing I do notice with the brands like these is that the consistency of products may vary. Like one person may get a really good set, another gets a bad set, and many others just get the mid quality, which I feel like the latter was what I got. They're still pretty good though, especially when you want to practice coloring with acrylic markers and you'd want to test the waters first before jumping into the deep end of expensive acrylic markers. Pasca. So what I'm drawing here is my entry for Mer-May, and I'm planning to do just a spread per week because I am one of the people who can get a little slow when creating spreads on their sketchbooks, especially for drawing challenge months. So yeah, I'm just going to be doing like one per week so I wouldn't be as overloaded. And the prompt was hula, so I just went with that. Off camera, I did another mermaid, but this time she's blue and with a seal. Honestly, like trying to coordinate with different colors and considering the fact that many of these colors are mismatched from the covers or from their bodies, so it was kind of frustrating when trying to put or match colors together. So I had to swatch them again and again, even though I have already swatched them on another page. So yeah, it was one thing that kind of bugged me, but I think it is something that I have to learn as well, considering the markers that I have with me. So I have to work with what I have. Next, I am using the Okevin acrylic markers set of 48. I'd say the color range between this and the Hightune one is pretty close, but this set has lesser greens than the other, and I'd like to say that the quality of these are pretty much as expected. But one big difference to me, besides the physical form, is the feel of the acrylic markers, but they're much creamier than the Hightune ones, and that's pretty much about it. Some felt dry to work with and some felt like they were just ordinary markers. I guess I can conclude that my biggest pet peeves for this Okevin set and the Hightune set is the fact that many of the colors are so far away from the colors on their marker caps, like I have said multiple times in this video already. If I had to choose though, I'd pick this set over the Hightune one, considering it feels more like paint that's been injected into a marker. These Okevin ones are much smoother as they glided on the paper too, so they do kind of reminded me of Sharpie paint pens, and that's a good thing, I promise. And one funny story about these markers is that when I was buying these, I thought I bought the Hightune brand when I was like searching for it on Shopee, But when it arrived, it was the wrong item. But apparently, for the 48 set, Okevin is the brand that they actually sell, which is weird still because of false advertising. But anyway, with all that aside, I'm still happy I got these because this set works like a charm. Actually, like you get what you get what you pay for, and more than half of the markers here are much better than the Hightune collectively. And earlier I said I'm annoyed by the fact that these colors don't match, right? So it basically affects how you will be coloring your drawings because you have to rely on the colors in the cap so you know how, or you know what hue to use of like blues or yellows or oranges or reds, browns. Regardless, I still had fun experimenting with the skin tone of this girl. I'm still not as good when doing skin tones with harsh shadows and harsh light. So please forgive me for like really bad shading here, but I did want to try like a darker skin tone on her with like a harsh white yellow light on her. But anyway, if you want markers for studying colors and lighting, these are great because you don't have to worry about wasting product too much. But yeah, that's the girl I'm drawing, and I do hope it's not as bad as I see it. So my verdict for these two markers, whether they are good dupes of the expensive brands, I'd say they're okay. They're not as great, but they're a great start for beginners like me, who would still need to have a lot of practice on coloring, lighting, and valuing, especially with acrylics and just color in general, basically. And that is it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed, and if you're planning to buy these markers, go ahead and yeah, this isn't sponsored, by the way. So yeah, I'm just reviewing what I bought for myself, and because I just wanted to buy cheap art supplies because your girl's broke, okay? But yeah, anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week for another video. I promise there will be another video. And yeah, see you guys next time. Bye, friends.